welcome or welcome back to 4F Beauty. When will I be YouTube famous? I don't know. But someone who is YouTube famous is my baby Carmi. And he has produced his first eyeshadow palette with Makeup Revolution. Now, if you want to see what I think of this palette, how I created this eye look, and how well those blended, then you're in exactly the right place. Because here it comes. Hey, welcome back from the intro. As you can see, got my base products done already because today we are reviewing Carmi's palette. This is the external box with like the brushed matte, like a NARS packaging, but with little dots over it to represent the night sky with Carmi's signature there. On the back we have a little picture of him, picture of the palette, and your ingredients. You have got a beautiful big mirror, which I'm not going to blind you with. At least I'm going to try not to blind you with. And then that is the stunning palette. Now, it has got one of these little things, so I can tell you the names. The two highlighters are Flash Me and Opulence. Now, one of Carmi's favourite Revolution highlighters is the strobe highlighter in the variety Flash, which has got like a green shift to it. This is like that, but it has a stronger green shift. But don't panic, you're not going to look like you've painted a green stripe up your face. Okay? BB, because of course we are all his BBs. Yellow Heart, which is what he always asks you to leave on his comments. Valeria, which I believe is his sister. Hashtag you're welcome, because you know at the end he's like what you like, hate what you hate. This has got the Roman numerals for 23 because everything good that happens to him happens on 23rd of the month. Kiss of Fire, because that's the kind of kiss that he wants. Game On, because let's face it, if you've got a kiss that hot, it is going to be game on. My Fair Lady, one of his favourite films. Morning Call and Dominion. Now these two, even if I didn't like the rest of the palette, which I do, I would have bought it because that's the colour of my wedding dress and that's the colour that my bridesmaids were in. So yeah, that kind of, I think I'm going to have to use at least those two shades today and see what sort of look we can create. Now it's ridiculously hot in my kitchen at the moment. I've got no heating on, I've got the window open and it's still ridiculously hot. So if you occasionally see me do this, it's because it's either this or I put the fan on. And if I put the fan on, you're probably not going to hear me very well. And of course it will blow powder everywhere. So, I have got my ever trustworthy colour switch here. So let's get you zoomed in and start this review. There we go, wait for my white balance to catch up. There we go. If you have hooded eyes, you can still follow my tutorial. You can follow any tutorial. When I look straight ahead, you can see all of, just poke myself in the eye with the handle of the brush, it's a good start, Ange. You can see all of my mobile lid. If you can't see that, all you need to do is get a pencil brush or a thinner brush and just ever so lightly, when your eyes open, just sketch where you would need your crease colour to start. It's literally just going to be a case of moving the crease up a bit. So you might want to start off with a slightly smaller fluffy brush than this, because obviously it is going to reduce the space between here and here. I don't have a hooded eye, so luckily I can just follow the shape of my eyeball. So I'm going to go into Yellow Heart to start with. Tap off. You can see that's picked up a lot of pigment on the brush. And let's start off with, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit closer than that without losing. There we go. I'm going to start off with windscreen wipers backwards and forward as I always do, and then I shall start twirly whirling. I had lovely feedback on one of my videos the other day. I had a comment that it's really nice that I zoom in this far, because then it shows that I'm actually interested in the palette rather than look at me, which I thought was a really lovely comment to get. Such really nice feedback. I love getting comments from you. This yellow is delightful. I mean, I know that the Revolution palettes usually pack a punch pigment wise, but ooh, Carmi, baby, I'm loving this yellow. Ooh, this is beautiful. Oh, the palette's tenner, by the way. I should have said that before, shouldn't I? The only one I need to get now is Tammy's one, because I've got Soph Does Nails, I've got the Maxine one, and I've got the Carmi. So the only one I need to get now is the Tammy. But my Superdrug didn't have any. As you can see, I'm already starting to lose foundation here and a little bit there because hay fever and runny eyes and makeup and hot weather. But nobody's perfect. So that's why if I have issues with anything, I tend to leave it in the video rather than cut it out, because I think it's important for you to see that, you know, I mean, no way am I classing myself a beauty guru, you know, I'm not a Tati, I'm not a Jeffrey, I'm not a Manny, you know, I'm not a Raw Beauty, Christy, or anything like that, but where's I going with this? This is that fibro thing again. No. Oh, yeah, cutting things out. You know, I think it's important that you see when people struggle, because, you know, things don't always go right the first time. You can add one too many colours and completely ruin a look and have to start all over again. And I just think it's important to show that so that you can see that, you know, it doesn't always go perfect first time, and we all make mistakes. I'm really glad my mind finally came back to me and reminded me what I was thinking of. Okay, I think I'm going to go into BB and deepen this up a bit. I've used the colour switch to take the colour off, and I'm using the same fluffy brush, but you can see I've gone into the orange this time. And let's repeat the process, but obviously not take it up quite as high as I did with Yellow Heart. And the reason that I swirl like this is because a combination of getting old and having lost a significant amount of weight in the last few years, I do have loose skin on my eyelids, so I've found that twirling in one direction and then the other, if your skin does move and fold over, you're less likely to get a gap where you've missed a bit of skin. And I also think it blends the colour out nicer as well. I mean, that blended so nicely. I mean, you could see that was just no problem at all. I'm taking the colour off with a brush, and I'm just going to buff over where the two colours meet. Ooh, Carmi, I'm liking that. I've only used 2 shades so far, but I am really liking this. This really packs a punch. In fact, I'll even go so far as to say this is almost as pigmented as the Juvia's Place palettes that I've got. And that's saying a lot, because Juvia's are renowned for their pigmentation. So I just do BB on the other eye. I don't speed my tutorials up, because one of the things that used to annoy me when I was following tutorials was constantly having to press pause or rewind to, I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and you think, oh, so I've got to rewind you doing your first eye and then do it in reverse. So I know it makes my videos longer, and I'm sorry about that, but at least it does give you a better idea of how long it's going to take you to do the eye look yourself. You know, if you're better at me than blending and you're quicker than me, then by all means speed me up. I believe the tool is down that corner somewhere on YouTube. Settings, little widget thing. You can speed me up and I'll look like a chicken and sound like Pinky and Perky. If you're old enough to remember Pinky and Perky. Oh, that's nice, I like that. Right, I'm going to change brushes now. I'm going to a slightly smaller, more tapered brush. And I think I am going to go into... I'm going to go into Morning Cool, which is that beautiful purple of my wedding dress. And I'm going to run this, I'm going to waggle it along the crease there. Purples and blues are the most difficult colours to do, and to have pigmented. So if there is a purple, plus purple's my favourite colour, but if there is a purple in the palette I will use it, because it does give you an indication on how well the pigments have been formulated. And so far I'm really liking this. As you can see, I'm tilting my head backwards because I want to keep this purple really tight along that crease line there. I don't want to take it too high at all. And now, because the outside corners of my lashes here naturally curl up anyway, I'm actually going to use a pencil brush to make sure I can get right down to the lashes in this bottom corner here. And then I shall go in with the fluffy brush to blend it out, but I just want to get the pigment laid down and make sure it actually reaches my lashes, because I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a wing or not, or if I'm just going to actually have a day without liner, which doesn't happen very often. I do like this. And you can see there's not a huge amount of fallout, and what there is dusts away quite easily. I do like this purple. It is taking a wee bit more work to blend than the first two, but then this isn't a matte shadow, this is a shimmer shadow, so you wouldn't normally bung that in your crease, but you know what I'm like? I'll break all the makeup rules, me. And just deepen it up on that outer corner a little bit. Oh, I like that a lot. Right. Time to repeat it on the other eye. And waggle it along our crease. I always start off like this with the windscreen wiper just to establish where I'm going to start the colour and blend up or down from, depending on what I'm doing. And then, as before, tilt my head back, little twirly whirlies backwards and forwards, changing the direction of the brush from one way to the other to make sure I catch all of the areas of my lid. You see where I can close this eye because I'm blind in this one. This eye always seems to blend out quicker. I don't know why. But then we all have the one good eye and the one not so helpful eye, don't we? It's like brows. We have one that plays ball and the other one just decides, nah, I don't want to do that today. Again, just laying the pigment down with my pencil brush. Sorry if you heard that buzz, I've got my phone on vibrate so it doesn't keep annoying you by tinging, because I'm in a group chat again, so it's going a little bit nuts at the moment. I'm probably going to pop a little bit of concealer on that a bit later where that foundation has lifted when my eye was running. But for the minute, let's just concentrate on finishing this eye look. I'm husbandless this bank holiday weekend. He's going off camping down in Cheddar with his little brother and one of his mates and his mate's son. They're having a boys' camping session. So I've got my mate Sophie who does my nails. She's coming over to see me and we're going to just play with makeup all the time, which sounds good to me. I may have already told you this on the Maxine video, but I'm not sure which video is going up first. So. Plus with my fibro I tend to repeat myself sometimes. Just buffing over without any extra pigment on the brush, where the purple meets the orange, or where Morning Call meets the BB. I do like Carmi. I've followed him for a long time now. Very effusive Italian man. I love his enthusiasm. His joie de vivre. Right. Now, what colour do I want to do the underside of my eye with? That's a very good question. I think I might go into You're Welcome, or hashtag You're Welcome, which is the slightly more red, because this purple is a blue base, this is a more red base one, and I'm going in with a very, very flat brush, as you can see, and I'm going to go right up under the lashes and just give it a little bit of a wiggle backwards and forwards, just to lay that pigment down. And the same with this eye. I always flinched on this eye because where I can't see, I'm always worried that I'm going to misjudge with the brush and poke myself in the eye, which has happened on numerous occasions, and then eyes water and before you know it you've got to redo your whole eye look again, which will be very frustrating even when you're not filming. Okay, going into one of these flat sort of packer style brushes now, and I think I'm going to pick up 23, which is like a brick browny kind of, come on camera, thank you, like a reddy brown, the sort of colour that Bambi's mummy is in Disney. Okay, I don't know where that one came from. And I'm just going to smudge that along that lash line there, just to soften the first shadow that we put down. am really liking these. And I love the fact that there's not a single brown in here. You know, like this is a reddy brown, but there's not a single cool brown transition, warm brown transition. You know, I love using colourful eyeshadows, as I'm pretty sure you've all seen from some of my videos that have gone up. And it's so frustrating when you see gorgeous palettes and they've still got these what I call boring neutral light browns. You can see the yellow and the orange worked perfectly as transition shades. You don't need a brown as a transition shade, you can use any colour. Right, now comes the exciting bit. I don't know whether to cut my crease actually, I might just do that. So let me get I'll use my Colourpop Fair 00 concealer because this is pure white. I'm just gonna run that along the lash line and then look straight ahead. Yeah, that's about how far I'm going to want it to go. And using a little brush, just tidy that top edge up a little bit. I've got a video coming up, I haven't filmed it yet, where I found a little device that's meant to make doing cut creases a lot easier. It's like a stamp. So I shall do a video with that and see if it actually works or if this is the better way of doing it. So we shall see. Once again, taking a little bit on the brush, just tidying that edge up a little bit. Right. Now, let's just let that dry a little bit. So I'm just going to do a Peter Mom with my fan. So, what's your top 3 beauty gurus that you follow? Let me know in the comments which beauty channels are your favourites. I mean, Carmi has got to be in my top 3. I absolutely adore the man. Jeffree Star. Oh, balls. This is what happens when it's not dry enough when you close your eyes. Bugger. I've got quite deep set eyes, you see. I might actually pause you for a minute so this dries so you're not sitting here watching paint dry effectively. Back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I've kind of chucked a little bit more purple back over there where it's smudged up. Thankfully, it's going to be tucked away in my crease so people aren't really going to see it. Okay, so going in with my flat packer brush, I'm going to go into Dominion, which is that beautiful teal. And initially, I'm going to pop it on dry and just press it onto the cut crease. That's a stunning colour, as you can see. I mean, even without wetting the brush, that's beautifully vibrant. Really is stunning. Right, let's go on to the other side and do the same thing. And you can see I'm not sort of smudging this, I'm literally just packing the colour straight on. And it gives such a beautiful, impactful colour. That's lovely, I really like that. Right. I am going to go off camera and do liner and lashes, and I will be right back. Just before I do my liner and lashes, I'm just going to pop a picture up now of the swatches, because obviously I've not used all of the shades. So here's a picture of the swatches, and obviously going from left to right, we start with BB, then Yellow Heart, Valeria, Hashtag You're Welcome, and 23, which is the middle row. Then Kiss of Fire, Game On, My Fair Lady, Morning Call, and Dominion, which is the bottom row. And then the last two swatches are Flash Me and Opulence, which are the two highlighters. So, there we go. I will be right back, this time, with my liner and my lashes done. Right, hello, I'm back. As you can see, I actually used this white liner with the Maxine palette that I used the other day, and I really like the look that it gives. I think it gives a nice summery kind of look, and because I'd gone colourful on my eyes, I thought, why not do a nice white liner with it? Black mascara again though, the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes waterproof one. Right, highlight time. So I'm going to go into Flash Me, which is the lighter of the two highlights. Just pop that on the inner corner. Ooh, beautiful. And just carry it down to meet the colour that I'd run underneath my lashes. That's a lovely highlighter. And then I think for the brow, I'm actually going to go into My Fair Lady, which is one of the eyeshadows, and just pop that up under the brow there, just to give it a little bit of a lift. Help us retain a youthful look. Well, as close as we can get to a youthful look at our age, eh? Lovely, lovely. Right, now I'm going to zoom you out a little bit. There we go. Not quite sure why I gave you the sound effect, but there you go. I'm going to use my little brush here. Now, I'm going to go down the nose just with the lighter highlight, which, as you can see, is blinding. Top lip and chin. Then I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the darker highlight, which is Opulence, which is ever so slightly dark for my skin, but I'm going to do one of Opulence, and then I'm going to go over it with Flash Me. And that, I think, is a really beautiful combination. It just lightens that bronzy one up just enough. And gives it almost like a yellowy, greeny, goldy sort of most unusual shade. But it's blinding. And we all know that's how I like my highlights. How pretty is that? Carmi, darling, this is a lovely palette. I mean, you can probably tell from the way that I'm raving about it. That was the only thing that I didn't like with the Maxine palette, that the highlight wasn't blinding enough for me. Okie dokie, let's put a wee bit of lippy on. Going for one of the Jeffree Star Family Collection in shade Delicious. So let's zoom you in and tilt you down a wee bit. And let's put this lippy on. You can see I actually use the shape of the applicator to line my lips. Okay, let's zoom back out again. You're getting dizzy yet, all this zooming? Okay, now I'm going to use the Revolution Hyaluronic Fix setting spray and, as always, liberally douse my face. I think I would stop here. I'm not most people. See, I'm just that wee bit extra. And I like my makeup, long-term viewers can say it with me, to stay put. Right, I am going to pause you while I do something with my hair so I stop looking like Carmen Miranda without her fruit, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere now. And I'm back. So, do I approve of the Carmi palette? Hell yeah! This is blinding, and I don't just mean in terms of highlight. It has fantastic pigmentation. He's considered all skin tones because, you know, the first three of the matte shadows that are in here. Let me just cover the mirror so I don't blind you. You know, light, medium, and dark. So you've got a transition shade regardless of your skin tone. You know, he's done the two different highlighters, which, I mean, you all know I'm pale as a pint of milk. So the fact that I could use opulence by adding a little bit of Flash Me over the top just goes to show that there isn't a colour in here that I can't use. It blended really well, even the purple, which is one of the most difficult colours to get decent pigmentation with. All in all, congratulations BB, that's a great palette. So, I hope you found this interesting or fun or informative or all of those things, and if you did, would you consider hitting that like button for me please, commenting, sharing the video, subscribing if you're not already subscribed of course, and if you are already subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell and then you get notified every time I upload another one of these videos. Hope the rest of your day is fabulous. Bye for now.